Hi, it's Susie from Pink Diamond Guide. How is everybody? I've been away for a couple of weeks with some exciting news happening in our family with the birth of my beautiful new granddaughter Tessa. She was born 2 weeks ago. Super happy and healthy, and they live with us for the time being. So we've had a newborn in the house, so it's been a little bit hectic, but absolutely beautiful. So it's exciting news for our family. But also we've had some challenges. Ricky's had to be in hospital for a little bit, so it's been a couple of weeks since I've really stopped by to have a look at what's going on with the energy. But my time is starting to free up a little bit more again, which is lovely, and I wanted to have a look at what's happened with Jupiter moving into Taurus. Now, what's interesting about this energy is it's, this energy probably hasn't been around since about 2011, and it's got, I want to say words like deja vu energy around it. So looking back to 2011 and seeing where things have influenced us, or where there may be energies repeating, it feels like we're going to get a reboot. But the other energy that's sort of pushing on that one is it's a really practical and realistic energy. So what we're visualizing right now, or like, it takes patience, it takes time. And Taurus is a very stubborn, determined, hardworking energy, but it has, like, Jupiter's a very lucky energy, and you put the two together, and if you can visualize and have patience, you be practical about what that looks like, you're going to start seeing results. We've got Venus in Cancer now, so there's a very nurturing, a little bit self-protective, a little bit cautious, but it is a romantic and tender energy nonetheless, which is beautiful. Mercury's moved into Taurus. We're out of the retrograde. Our thinking gets very, very down to earth there, again, with that stubborn Taurus energy. So, and we're just shy of the new moon that's coming in around the 20th of May. That new moon has a bit of friction energy, but it's also good for abundance and attraction. It's a very focused energy. Could even have an edge of adrenaline attached to it. I want to say words like friction, so we'll see what the reading comes up with. Some interesting shifts in the dynamic. I wouldn't be expecting that it is an electric energy for twin flames as far as, unions going. It still feels like, people working on themselves kind of an energy, but we'll see what comes up in and around that. Let's start with Divine Feminine and see how it's playing out for Divine Feminine energies. What do we got first up? See, I'm not kidding. See that Temperance energy? That's what I was saying, is I don't expect it to be an electric energy, but more one where we're really, insular, not even insular, but working on yourself. See this Emperor energy here for the Divine Feminine. You've got the polarity there. You've got the Emperor. So again, we're talking about balance and making sure you've got all your eggs in a basket. Six of Cups, energy from the past. That's what we're talking about. That return, that 2011 energy. Hierophant in the challenge position. Two of Wands as the advice from Spirit. And Knight of Swords is a likely outcome from the bottom of the deck. Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups, Four of Cups, Two of Swords, the Fool, and the Hermit. Let's have a look at this reading for Divine Feminine. What have we got? The Hermit, the Fool, and the Two of Swords. This is kind of, see this insular energy, this Hermit energy of being in a space where it's getting all your ducks in a row. Because the next kind of leap of energy kind of moves in, I'm going to say, sort of, again, we've got the 20th of May with the new moon. Mars goes into Leo about the 20th of the 5th. That is a more highly spirited energy than the one we're under this week. So this is about grand goals and going after what we want confidently. But it comes after a time of being in this Hermit energy. So, I would suspect that there's still time seeking, learning, investigating, figuring out what your instincts are all about, how that's reflecting from I'm doing lots of meditations at the moment. The time, it's been busy, like I've been explaining, but when I get time to myself, that's a quiet window. Instead of doing the external thing where I'm doing lots and lots of readings, I'm doing the meditating and going, Spirit, tell me what's coming next. So it's like these two schools of thought about going, should it be external, should it be internal, how should I be moving forward with energies? We're about to move into a shift where that energy is going to be much more extroverted. Communication will improve. The feeling to want to be extroverted will improve. And this is where we move from the hermit to the fool, right? There's this idea of going after what we want in a very, very confident way will come off the back of all that introspective work. We've got over here the Four of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is a bit of a repeated message as far as I can see. Four of Cups here, looking to the divine and asking questions. Sometimes the Four of Cups can have a hinge of disappointment around the energy. Waiting for new starts to beginning. Could even feel like you're just cooling your heels for a little bit and going, there's not really anything happening. And it's waiting for that big flash in the pan energy, that next boot to come along. But we're in a phase where really the energy is a little bit ho-hum, where it's not, there's not a massive driving force behind what people are doing. It's like getting through your day. And like I said, there's not these big flashes of energy. They're coming, mind you. But at the moment, it's really a bit of a ho-hum energy where the divine can have us devoting ourselves to listening to the messages that they're trying to give. Our focus is probably on our inner world versus our outer world, moving into Queen of Cups energy. I like this because we come out of it in a very, very nurturing space. Queen of Cups, most love you can feel in tarot. So if you've been in an energy that could feel somewhat disappointing, or it's been you're just going, I'm doing a whole lot of reflecting here, but not much is coming of it, I would suggest that you come out of that energy feeling very strong and capable in your capacity to love. It's not an energy that would push you down a rabbit's hole or into a deep dive where you felt like you were swimming in depression. This energy comes out of going, you may have been cooling your heels in a hermit cave over here, right? You may have been doing that, but this energy of universal love that you come out in on the other side is going to be, here's the flash in the pan, right? Here's that energy that comes to jolt you and goes, things are about to do a 180 on where you've been. So yes, we've been in a bit of a time where you've had to be introspective, you've had to do some work on who you are and what your place is in the universe. But when we come out of it, it's a 180. So here the push from the universe is get yourself into balance, right? Get yourself into gear. Understand that the neutral space is actually a gift, not a curse. And even though sometimes it just feels like you're going, what's the point of it all, right? The point of it all is to balance the polarities. Your north, your south, your masculine, your feminine, your zeros and your ones, your positives and your negatives. Whichever polarity is feeling out of whack for you, this is the moment to pull it all into gear. Now, the Emperor is how you're showing up. So this is a very masculine energy for sure, right? And if you've been big in your feminine energy, so here we've been big in this feminine energy over here in the cave, which we can see there's a lot of feminine energy going on underneath the deck in that insular energy or that introverted energy. The Emperor is the opposite of that. So this is where we're at, is going, we need to bring more action into what we're doing, not just sit in the insular space. And here I am, I'm putting my hand up, this has been me too, is like when I've had moments to sit with the divine, normally that would be get your cards out, do a reading, record it, share it kind of thing, see what's going on universally. But what I've been doing over the past couple of weeks is taking that time to sit with the divine. I'm asking to learn new lessons. I'm asking to be shown different insights. I really want to grow my spiritual gifts, all those kinds of things. Now, Six of Cups comes through in the soul space, and this is what I was suggesting, is that Jupiter moves into Taurus energy, and we're going to be looking back to the past. There could be a repeat of energies, and I'd be looking back to 2011 for some clues as to what's coming forward. Here's the challenge space, is we want to learn, we want to grow, we want to evolve. We need to take action on that. Like we're being asked to not just think about it, when it's now you have to move forward. And at the moment, it's like going, I'm not sure if I really want to. I'm not sure if I can really push myself. I'm still feeling like I'm at the crossroads about what I want to do. And I think I might stand here for a little bit longer because I'm not convinced I've got all the gifts I need with which to move forward. But this is what's being asked of us. Bring those masculine gifts forward, right? It's great that we've developed how many beautiful feminine gifts. That's fantastic. It's amazing. It's godsend. It's all those wonderful things. But now we're being asked to do something with them, right? And our challenge is to go, we can have analysis paralysis, we can have imposter syndrome, we can have any of those things playing out that would make us just stand at the crossroad and not actually take action. But Spirit is asking us to go boldly forth, speak your message, tell your truth, communicate. Now that Gemini energy, look, we're about to move, the sun moves into Gemini, I think about the 23rd of the month. So we're still like a week or so away. But when that energy comes in, it improves communication and it makes us feel way more extroverted. So we have to get out of this space of any analysis paralysis or any imposter syndrome, get ourselves past the crossroad into the spot where we talk, we take action, we move forward in a positive way. Let's have a look at how these energies are affecting Divine Masculine. Let's see what's going on there. Let's see Divine Masculine. Now Ricky's been on such an upward swing with how things have been going spiritually, but his health took a bit of a battering and he had to do a little stint in hospital. So I don't know how reliable he's going to be for me to reflect on these energies. But let's have a bit of a look at what's playing out for Divine Masculine across the board and see how this Jupiter into Taurus energy. I feel like I want to shuffle one more time. And I think these are going to be upside down, back to front, all over the place. I've just got a funny feeling. Let's have a look. What have we got? Two of Cups comes in the push from the universe. Like I said, there's a really positive upward swing, a really lovely energy around Divine Masculine, and encouragement to communicate. Look at all these beautiful energies around Divine Masculine. What's his challenge? Oh, the Fool is in the challenge. The Moon is in the reverse. And a likely outcome is the High Priestess. What's underneath the deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, maybe Ricky is a good indicator to have a look at. Look at all these happy energies. And it's been a real positive move towards healthier relationships, which has been, wonderful. So let's see Divine Masculine across the board. What's the push? Queen of Pentacles, the Star, and the King of Cups. Queen of Pentacles it's an interesting energy to come out here at the moment because, the push is on for people to get into balance. So I kind of find it, I want to look at these two with the Star kind of out of it and go, this is the push that's on. It's doing the feminine work that's required. Now, Queen of Pentacles is a bit of a luxurious energy, but that's not what I'm picking up from it. King of Cups is a bit of 1 foot in, 1 foot out energy, though it is action-oriented. You put these two together, the Queen of Pentacles is a worker, and the King of Cups can procrastinate at times, right, about feelings and emotions. But we've got the Queen is holding the masculine energy, which is work and action, those kinds of things, and the King is holding the feminine energy. To me, there's a whole heap of balance going on in that scenario to have these reverse elements being held by the masculine and feminine characters here. And then you push this over the top and you go, the Star is an energy of hope. It's an energy of guidance. The stars were used for navigation, right? So you've got the North Star up in the northern hemisphere there, and it is, considered like the center of the galaxy, right? It's the thing that when they were sailing across the sky, it's like they figured out that star seemed to stay still and the other stars all seem to revolve around it. This is kind of what I'm picking up under this energy. It's going, they found their North Star. They know what to look at. They know where the guiding point is. They know where the reference point is to move themselves into more balance. This is a really lovely energy. Let's look at the next layer. Look, oh gosh, it's so on point, isn't it? If divine masculine is truly coming into awareness of more of their divinity, of the balancing out of feminine and masculine energies, then this push from the universe is also an understanding of the divine journey. Now, these two are our two big twin flame cards, aren't they? Well, if you follow my channel there, Three of Pentacles is about being on mission, and the Lovers is about understanding the divine nature of the connection. That is, this is a representation of Adam, Eve, and the divine, and that they had to understand what their work was in the Garden of Eden. They had to understand what it was coming into knowledge, and at the fall from grace, all of that, all of the above, all forms part of what is a twin flame mission in the rebirth of bringing humanity back into Christ consciousness or back into divine consciousness. So there's a lot of work that's got to go on there. Here's where the kicker is, and if your divine masculine is not communicating with you, this is probably why. Is this causes a lot of fear and anxiety. There's two indicators that would stop divine masculine in this reading. It's this all causes me fear and anxiety. It might keep him up at night, might not be able to sleep, might not be able to process. And the Fool says, I don't know how to take a leap towards what I know. But here, to me, this is a growing of knowledge and wisdom. And sometimes it can keep you up to the early hours. Have you ever got really interested in reading like a spiritual doctrine or following a spiritual path where you just suddenly you realize it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you've just been following all this information and you go, oh, I really should go to sleep? I feel like this is like being kept up like with knowledge is kind of how I want to phrase it. It's being kept up because this push from the divine, this guiding light, it would be like if you were, imagine you walk into a library or something like that, and then all of the lights are turned out in this library so you can't see all of the knowledge that's available to you, and then somebody turned the light on, and when you've got all of these books to read, and every single book that you've got to read is absolutely fascinating, it's absolutely interesting, it's taking you on a journey that you've been waiting for, that you've been wanting to understand, and here we go. The push from the universe is, look, 2 of Cups. Could we love that anymore? Could we love that anymore? That the push is for them to feel more loving feelings. So that is to open their hearts up, not to sit in places of ego, not to sit in places of challenge, not to fight against the divine grain, but to just open their hearts up and allow themselves to feel that level of connection, that loving connection with another human being. Here, it's fast-paced communication. This bodes well for where we move after like the sun moves into Gemini, and then we've also got these other pushes that are about going confidently after what you want. So that Mars in Leo energy, which will come in after the 20th of the month, and Jupiter in Taurus is going, if you continue to visualize the results, because all the lights are turned on now, you can learn as much as you want, divine masculine, and you're going to do it quickly for sure. Awesome. But your results are still you still have to be patient with the result. So go after it. That part of it is going to feel like it can absolutely encapsulate you in chasing information, in being present. And this can even be like, sometimes I look at this energy as what the internet acts like. It's fast-paced information. You can Google and get instant results. Information comes at you quickly. I don't necessarily see this as open communication to divine feminine. I feel like this is communicating around knowledge at this point in time, because in their soul space they know what they want. They want happy ever afters, right? They want all their cups filling to the brim. Now, if we look at this, we've got energy coming back from the past for divine feminine, and here divine masculine. Excuse me. If they've been a runner, this could be that they realize that their happy ever after is from the person from the past as well. I'm just feeling a really nice little tie to that one, that they actually understand what makes them happy, and all the information that they're getting is actually leading to the same conclusion. The Fool is in the challenge position, so it is difficult for, and I think we had, I didn't pack them up today. Look at me, I did. Pretty sure we had the Fool in there somewhere too, didn't we? Yeah, look. You've got it as a push from the universe. They've got it as a challenge. So, look, when you come out of this insular space that you're in, you're going to be ready to go. You're going to want to be highly spirited, go after what you want. They're going to feel it too, but they're probably not going to have the right conditions with which to take action because they're still gathering knowledge on something. Now, the moon comes through as a challenge, and I think this is really interesting because the next new moon is the black new moon in Taurus, which is 20th of May. That energy has some friction to it. Now, this energy comes through in the reverse. So it could be that this energy leads to an argument. It could. I don't think it does. I think it, for some people it will, for sure. There'll be argumentative energy in amongst that new moon energy. But whether they're arguing with you or whether they're arguing with the facts or whether they're arguing with themselves or whether to take a move or not, it feels like there's some friction energy arriving. Now, friction energy is helpful because if we don't have a push, if everything just stays comfortable and easy, nobody moves. So we do want to see some friction energy in order to get them to continue to chase knowledge, to bring them into their happiness. Now, I love this, the High Priestess. This is glorious because they've got the star here too. So it looks like they're being guided, and like if they seek information, the High Priestess is the gatekeeper, is going to open the gate to knowledge and divine masculine is going to come into more knowledge of their own divinity. Let's build a little bit of a bridge and go, what is divine masculine currently thinking about divine feminine? I'm not surprised that I'm not finding big long stories in these reads at the moment because it is a bit of a neutral energy in as much as each person's kind of doing their own thing to learn and grow, but it's not a peak energy. It's pretty neutral, it's pretty benign, it's pretty ho-hum. But let's have a look. What is divine masculine thinking about divine feminine? Queen of Cups. They're thinking that you don't want them. Interesting. Oh! Knight of Cups comes in. We've got the Page of Swords. We've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Moon in reverse again. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, look at this. This is an interesting read. Here, it's going Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Cups in reverse. Did I say Pentacles before? I meant Cups. Queen of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups in the upright, side by side. And it's like, to me, it's going, are you the one that's got away? Have you tipped all your love out for me? Is there anything left in that cup worth pursuing? Here, I've got a cup full of love. And, you know, I've got a story to tell. I've got things to say. I've got, you know, I want to talk to you. I do. I want to move forward. But on some level, I'm going to say there's a fear of rejection because look at this. You've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So that's going, I'm not feeling like there's any fruit to pick off the tree. So maybe they're thinking they've made a big mistake. Maybe they're thinking that the way that they've treated you has left you not caring. Maybe they're thinking that if they come near you, all they're going to get is friction, right? And the energy is that friction is predicted, and you've kind of got it twice under this moon energy. You know, like under that new moon is like the negative aspects of this next new moon is a friction energy. So here it's kind of the energy, Nine of Pentacles. It might have them holding back, not coming forward. I kind of feel like you're gonna get. What is this energy? It's like you're gonna get a sign. It's like you're gonna get a clue. It's like you're gonna get information. Because they're information heavy at the moment. They're information focused. And I get the feeling that you are going to get a clue on this. That I just am picking up big friction energies, which is going to turn this around. So that new moon is on the 20th of May. And there's friction in and around it. So things will be ho-hum in between time. But then I think it's going to have a little bit of an electric boot. What does the oracle say? Let's have a look. Divine feminine. What does our oracle say today? The collective. What does the divine masculine energy say? Who's that one? Ooh, I miss you. And for the connection, it is shadow work. Oh, let me drop them all then. Let's have a look at this. This is an interesting thing, because look what I've said here. It's going, have you tipped out all your love for me, right? Have you tipped it all out? And Divine Feminine is really, remember I said in that early reading, you're kind of in the cave doing the work that you need to do, and it's like this energy of emerging out of your cave before you're really ready to open your energy up again. So this is kind of like an emerging, I feel like it's happened across the collective, and clearly I haven't been online consistently over the past 4 weeks. I've been, doing my own process, that is me in the cave, learning and growing, getting closer to the divine. This is an emerging energy. You come out of this stronger, better, and you will be full of love as you come out of the cave. But my suspicion is that Divine Masculine isn't sure of it, right? And this comes through as, I miss you, 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 right? That seems like an easy message to move forward on. And if the only level of the energy I was reading was this one, I'd be going, oh my gosh, Divine Feminine, here we go. They're all on board. They're all good. Everything is sweet. The only thing that pulls me back on it, look at this, is shadow work. I'm telling you, this is what's going on with Divine Masculine. He is being led by the Northern Star. There's a fixed point in the sky that is connected to his shadow work that is teaching him, and they are learning and they are growing and they are moving in ways that we've not understood before. It is across the collective that this is happening, and this feeling like they miss you is growing. Has it grown to the point where they'll take action? I'm going to say for some of you, yes. For some of you, yes. For some of them, they'll go, yes, I want to communicate. For some, they will go, I want to come forward. But under this friction energy, I think it will pull most of them up. And here we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is ground to a halt. It's a slow energy anyway, Knight of Pentacles, but it's fully ground to a halt. So look, depending on how far your Divine Masculine is down his journey is whether he can overcome that friction energy and come towards you. But I miss you. I'm feeling this to my toes. Spirit is showing them what it is to have an open heart and to love. To just be open and to love without ego getting in the way. And what they're doing is they're seeking knowledge, they're seeking information. I don't think this is a stalkery energy. I don't think they're like hunting you down, stalking you, seeing what's going on. I think they're trying to figure out information about who and what they are. It's like a waking up energy where, it's like if you're in a spiritual library and Spirit has suddenly turned the lights on into the evolution journey, and what felt like confusing information before now feels like a clear path forward. And once they get interested in what they're learning, I think it's keeping them very, very busy, right? It's keeping them focused. It's keeping them distracted, even keeping them from sleeping, because they're fascinated with what they're learning about themselves and their journey. And in the mix, they're fascinated with what they're learning about you. So, yeah, I still think there's some delays on easy communication and in people moving forward in an easy way. But this is a beautiful energy, and you'll probably feel it down the wire in your connections. Divine Masculine, I miss you, Divine Feminine, and I'm busy over here doing my shadow work so that we can enjoy this love and mission together. Righto, I'm going to wrap that reading up there. I know it was a short one, but I'm not surprised because the energy has been, like I said, that bit of ho-hum energy, and it doesn't feel like it's had a true jolt yet. It's a very practical, down-to-earth, grounded energy. But over the next week or so, I would expect that we see a more extroverted, we see more information, more improved communication come out of the reading, and hopefully I'll have more insights with which to offer. All right, I'm going to wrap our reading up there and say, in faith, hope, and love, it's bye from me for now.